Okay, so we are continuing our football club history, but we're leaving Portugal. We've just done a video on SC Braga, and we're going over to Genova in Italy, which has two rather big clubs, and we're looking at UC Sampdoria, the younger of the two clubs. They're currently in Serie B. They were founded on the 12th of August 1946. They ground share their stadium with Genova, their biggest rivals, the Stadio Luigi Ferraris, which is a fantastic stadium, an iconic stadium. Currently has a capacity of 36,536, and it's a fantastic stadium, one of the better Italian stadiums. Now, Sampdoria, their foundation date, just after World War II. They're a merger of two pre-existing clubs, older clubs, Sampier d'Arnesi, hence the Samp part of Sampdoria, and Andrea Doria, hence the Doria part of Sampdoria. They merged together in the aftermath of World War II. Money's tight. There's not a lot of money around. The Italian economy is in ruins, so they pull their resources and you get Sampdoria. Now, Sampdoria, their successful spell is brief, it's short, but they win a lot of trophies between the mid-80s and the mid-90s, and then the success stops. And there's a few reasons for this. One, Mancini. Two, Vialli. They were the driving force and the core of this team. And then Vialli ends up obviously at Chelsea and becomes player manager and becomes very, very successful. Mancini goes on to other things as well. And then they combine together to win the Italian national side as the management team, the Euros in 2021. Of course, Gianluca Vialli has sadly now passed away, but he passed away a footballing legend. With these two as the heartbeat of this team, they win a lot of silverware. So let's have a look at their honours. They've won the Serie A title just the once in the 1990-91 season. So that's their only league title to date. The Coppa Italia is where they win the majority of their silverware. So between 1985 and 1984, they win it 4 times. This is a competition where, they were very successful. So the 84-85 season is their first Coppa Italia. The 87-88 season is their second Coppa Italia. The 88-89 season is their third Coppa Italia. And the 93-94 season, which is also their last major trophy, is their fourth and final Coppa Italia. They also won the Supercoppa Italiana in 1991 and the now defunct but glorious UEFA Cup Winners' Cup final in the 1989-1990 season. 2 other European finals they've been runners-up. The last ever old school European Cup final, they were runners-up in the 91-92 season. The next season it will be known as the Champions League. And they were also runners-up in the European Super Cup in 1990. But it's very interesting. The success starts in 1985 and it ends 9 years later in 1994. That's where all their trophies are won over a 9-year period. They're currently playing in Serie B. They were relegated last year from Serie A. They were the bottom club out of 20. They had a very poor season last year. They have been relegated, I think, 3 times since 1995 from the Italian top flight, but they normally stay in the second division for just a season before getting promoted. Can they get promotion this year? That is the question. They've got Andrea Pirlo as the manager. That could be interesting. Let's see how he does, in a promotion battle. Now, their main rivals obviously are Genova, whose full name are Genova Cricket and Football Club. Let that sink in. We'll do a video on them shortly. They contest the Derby della Lanterra, which is the Genoese derby, because they ground share, much like AC Milan and Inter Milan. It's a very interesting derby match. Obviously, Genova are currently in Serie A, and Sampdoria are currently in Serie B, so they will most likely will not meet this season, apart from in cup competitions. So that's interesting. And of course, this club is famed for Gianluca Vialli and Roberto Mancini and that successful 9-year spell that the club had. And then afterwards, it sort of goes a bit wrong. They haven't been successful for a very, very long time. It's very, very interesting. Very similar to Nottingham Forest. The majority of the success comes in a purple patch and then doesn't happen again. Very similar with Huddersfield Town that we've done a video on, where the success comes in a very short period of time and then doesn't happen again. It's the same story with Sampdoria. Haven't been successful for a while, and there was a 9-year period where they were one of the best teams in Italy and Europe. So there we go. There's a brief history of UC Union Calcio Sampdoria, and we will do a video on their biggest rivals, Genoa Cricket and Football Club, in due course. But for me, for now, thank you very much for watching. Please place your thoughts in the comments section below. I'll have some more content for you very, very soon.